What is going on, everybody? My name is Chris, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Today, guys, we are going to be doing something just a little bit different. We're actually going to be doing some hot laps around Austria today, trying to see how far we can get up on the global leaderboard. I did two previous attempts at this video, one at Australia in the Mercedes car, in the 2019 Mercedes car, and then one at, I think it was Silverstone, in the Mercedes car again. So and after I failed those two miserably because just more people try those, I decided to go to a classic F1 car. So we're in the Ferrari F2004, Michael Schumacher's 2004 winning car. You're gonna be seeing a lot of those mistakes as you just saw there during this video here. My voice sounds really monotone today. I really want to address that right now because yeah, my voice is just not very good today. I think I have a little bit of a cold or something, so I don't know what's really going on. But so all about these time trials is really just keeping momentum here. I'm going out on a default setup right now. That lap was invalid, so that's why we're 8,000th in the world. Because, unfortunately we crossed the track limits. Nice apex. I really struggled with this corner today. I was playing on a controller too, and I did this at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday night. So those three things might have something to do with it, but I thought this was a really solid effort by me, especially on the default setup. The default setup is so understeery, especially on a controller. I mean, you can see that we have to lift off through turn 5 there, turn 6, turn 7, onto this little straight here. I think I missed a turn somewhere, because this is turn 9. There we go. That's turn 10. Yeah, there we go. So that lap was unfortunately, I don't think that lap was valid. I wasn't really paying attention, but we're going to ride on board through this whole lap, going up through the gears here. We had just gone through turn 1, up the hill now, really spotting your braking point right in between, probably 75 yards, I would say, but unfortunately we do go a little deep there, but we do get the traction on exit from going a little bit wide, so now we are below the delta time, which is really good. And I have to talk really quietly for some reason in these headphones because, I don't know. It's really loud. Anyway, going through here, much better entry that time, a little bit of a better exit. We almost lost the car there. Almost losing the car again, I think. And I really struggled with those sequence of corners. Maybe because I was just too afraid to, let the car flow through. I just thought it was on this default setup especially, and just going just that tad bit wide. Unfortunately, we screwed the pooch there. So, but although that lap was invalid, I encourage you to seriously complete the laps, and that's why I'm showing this on this video. Going through turn 2. I'm going to call it turn 2, and we've lost the car. That's great. From this point, I put a setup on, and we're going to go back out onto the track here. Okay, so starting this lap now, we're going to come through the final corner. Really make sure you maximize your exit with as little wheel spin as possible, and already, just because of this custom setup that I have on here, this setup was really floaty. And as you're going to see here, it really took me some time to just get used to the floatiness between and really the differences, all the differences between this setup and the default setup. As you see, we really just screwed the pooch there again, turn 3, or turn 2, excuse me. So we're going to have to restart that lap, unfortunately. That is the time where you have to stop that lap. I really think if you're half a second over, you just have to restart the lap at that point. Trying to take the esports line just a little bit, and we just got that tad bit of wheel spin, and it unsettled the car. This one mistake that I made during the session is that I keep restarting the lap, and that's something you just don't want to do. And see, you can see the kind of, you know, just lack of consistency you're gonna have if you don't just keep going through the laps. You know, you just have to build the momentum. If you're gonna be consistent, be consistently shit until you build the momentum to be really consistently good. So that corner was just a little bit better than our last two tries, but unfortunately we really compromised the exit. Or excuse me, the entrance. Really judging our braking points superbly here. Getting on the power just a little bit early. I could have taken a lot more curb. I feel like that curb actually gives you more traction. And I found this out during the session here. I was really struggling with this corner too. I kept having to mount that curb, and I can't really see it all too well, but I think I want to say we're 6/10 up. I'm in my video editing software, and in my video editing software I can't really see it all too well. But I just hope. I think we're 9/10 up. I remember this lap. This was the first valid lap that we did. And by this point, I was really starting to like the setup. I thought, okay, so as you have to go through the laps, you really have to point out where you're making the most mistakes, and then on the next laps, fix that. See, we jumped up 7,000 positions just like that. And unfortunately, although we got a little bit of oversteer there on the exit, climbing up the hill, we actually did get a good exit there. We gained some time. Going through turn 2 now, not as good as the last lap, unfortunately, because we had to correct the slide just a little bit too impatient on the power. But going down to turn 3, that was a good corner. That was a really good corner. No, it wasn't, actually. But I just don't know what I was struggling with on this corner. I don't know if it was I had the weight distribution too far to the center. I tried moving the weight distribution to 8, but honestly I don't think that helped very much. Yeah, but good setup. We're starting to bang in the laps. This is what you want to do. See, even though that lap was invalid, I was improving on my last valid time, and that was almost a perfect turn 1 right there that you're gonna get on a controller. Okay, playing on controller, right? I want to say I'm pretty decent on a controller. I've really improved over the last 2 years, and that's what I mean. I found that out on this lap. I used some of that curb, and I really stuck to the racing line there. And I mean, I gained a lot of time there. I gained a hell of a lot of time there. And we are in the 1-minute 5s, I believe. And if we are in the 1-minute 6s, I'm going to look like a complete and utter douchebag just because I can't see that. We're either in the 105s or the 106s. I know that's a 777 right after the decimal point there. But coming through turn 9, I was just really worried about not running wide there on the exit. And unfortunately, I compromised the entry. And I ran over. So I screwed the pooch there too, and I was really just pissed about it. I ran wide here, but I noticed that I was green, so I'm going to keep going. I don't know what we lost there on the exit. Maybe we just had a good entrance, and then of course we had that bad exit. Good. That was a good exit. That was a good exit. That's what you want from that corner, mate. I know Max Verstappen is one of those drivers that loves to hug the apex to that corner. Charles Leclerc is a driver who doesn't. I'm really with Charles Leclerc on this instance, on that corner. I don't think you should be hugging that apex. But we're currently battling a guy, or our rival at least, excuse me. And I think he is 300 and something in the world. And that's what I was afraid of doing. We ran wide, and I got fed up. I said, you know what, we're just gonna flashback this because I don't care if this lap is invalid. I don't want the next lap to be invalid. That's just too far. That was a perfect corner. We pushed the limits enough to where we stayed on the track, but we maximized all of the curb possible. So going down this back straight now, I hope this is the lap that I was really proud of. Not a great turn one, you know, I had to correct the car a couple times. I am on controller again, let me just remind you, because I'm gonna get one or two hate comments saying, oh, you know, your wheel is off or something. Using a little more curb than I would usually do, but I actually found that much curb is perfect. I think it's the most perfect scenario, and I was really worried about running on the curb here, and screw the pooch again. We are screwing the pooch so much today in this video. We're gonna go through turn 6 and 7 here. I love Austria. I'm a really good driver at Austria. I love this track so much. I race on 105 AI here in my career mode, and I absolutely kick people's butts here in online racing. I love this track. I really, really do. All the corners just flow so well for me. Now that right there, I don't want to interrupt myself, but that right there is the perfect turn 1 at Austria. If you need to rewind the video and watch it again, I encourage you to. And that was a perfect turn 3. We didn't take too little curb, we didn't have to correct the car, and we didn't take too much curb, but going down to turn 4 now, and I was really worried about running wide there, because I did notice that the setup is not also floaty, it's really also, it's just also understeery at times, and I really should have gone in, and I might do this tomorrow. I might do something off camera with this setup, you know, tune it a little bit and whatnot, but, you know, going down to the final 2 corners here, really just kicking that corner's ass, and then especially through here, a little correction through there. We could have taken some more speed, just let the car float in there, not too easy on the throttle, but that was a good lap, and I just had to record it. I had to record it, but this lap right here, perfect turn 1 again, 644th in the world. Okay, that was a good lap, and I thought at the time, okay, that was a good lap. We had a couple mistakes, but overall, it was a good lap. That was not a good corner. That was a seriously bad corner. This is the guy that's 633rd in the world, and we're gonna try and beat him here. I thought, no, or maybe it was this lap. Maybe I'm like really like hallucinating right here, and it was this lap. There is a seriously good lap. I know that last lap seemed really good, but this lap, I don't know if it was this lap. We gained some time on our delta. It might be next lap is where it was. But y'all are about to see a lap, and even, oh, okay, so did we improve on this one? I think we did. And oh my god, a 1.6.2. 411th in the world. Genuinely, going back at this recording, I cannot believe that lap. A 1.62. But it is about to get even better. I think, at least, it is about to get even better. We are green going through turn 1, and we compromised turn 1. That was not a good turn 1, but we can make back some time through turns 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we had another bad turn 3, so I'm gonna restart the lap, and we're gonna go again. I think this lap is gonna be a perfect lap. The best lap anybody is ever going to do. But before you guys see the end of this lap, while we're riding on board with this lap, I want to thank you guys so much for for watching this video, guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel as of filming this video right now. We're at 125 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough for the amount of support y'all are giving me. A perfect turn 2. Going down to turn 3, we have to nail this braking point, and we do. Maybe a little too on the brakes, but we compensated that by turning it a bit early, using enough curve on the outside, and our approach to turn 4 has to be completely straight and turning in at the same time. Maybe I could have taken a little less curve on that corner, but we get a fantastic exit into turn 6 and turn 7. Fantastic through turn 6 and turn 7. We are doing absolutely fantastic through turn 8, and we just had to screw it up again.